Regale you with this week's Kwansaba. Kwansaba is a 49-word poem. It's only 49 words, which means it's seven lines, 7 words to a line, and every word no more than 7 letters. So it's short, see, like that. It's colorful too when I write it out. Oh. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny is a great host. I don't know about you all's audience. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. No. Okay, here's what we do. I read the poem because it's usually a dense thing. Then I go over the poem where I explain. Then the topic will be clear. Okay, ready? Here we go. It's called the Let me not do the topic, the title right now. I'll do the title. It's called, the subtitle is An Ultimate Liberation Kwansaba. The Kwansaba is, like I said, is a 49-word poem, 7 lines of 7 words to each line, and no word more than 7 letters. Okay, except for proper nouns, which is not one in here. It starts out, here's the first line. Excuse me. Good food. Who on this earth are those they? Come they to bray our source riches? And who is we forced to concede? Be we bred to satisfy worship need? Now is time to repent one's mind. Make them know you're sublime this time. Blow their brains back before them crimes. That's the Kwansaba. I have to explain it. Why? Because it's a dense thing. Okay, the name of the poem is actually the Colonize DeColonizers. Okay? Now, it doesn't, let me say this, the metamorphosis of this one is I wrote the title last week here, but I didn't start the poem. Usually it takes me 3 or 4 days to do the poem. I go over it, then I write it, then I go put in the phone, do spell check, then I write it in my other book. And then I finally put it like this, and I'm going to get to a point where sometime where these words, the colors will match up to the thing. Some point. I haven't reached that point yet. Okay, so here we go. It's called An Ultimate Liberation Kwansaba. It's a poem about liberation. Okay? And if you go decolonize the colonizers, well, it's about decolonization. So the colonizers. Now, I put an upside down question mark, because in Spanish culture, I travel a lot around the world. In the Spanish culture, when they start a question with it, they put the question mark upside down at the beginning of the sentence, so you know it's a question. Then at the end, they have a question, which I think is swift. I mean, the Spanish, they know what to do. Okay. So we know it's a question. Who on this earth are those they? Those they. That we're talking about the colonizer now. Come they to bray like a donkey, our source riches. Okay, now bray, say take whatever our source riches, or they want to gawk, or they want to talk about our source riches. Riches meaning the minerals in the ground or where the colonizer is going, right? And then I put another question mark the next thing. Who is we forced to concede? Now this is important. When I say who is we forced to concede, I must tell you, a lot of times I use like black English or broken English because when the colonizer comes, they make you speak their language, their proper language. So this is like a breaking of that. Plus, I just like black English. It's the bee's knees. Okay. But who is we forced to concede? Be we bred to satisfy worship need? So there's the whole breeding. They're training you to satisfy their needs, right? Now is time to repent one's mind. Now is time to repent. This means turn around. So those people who have been subjugated, they need to turn around. Make them know you're sublime this time. Now, this is interesting. Make them know you're sublime this time. Now, if I'm speaking it, it could be you. I don't mean you are. Not a contraction. It's your sublime. So it's your sublime. Your weapon is your sublimeness. If you want to put it that way, okay. Or if you want to put if you want to hear it, and you say you are sublime, then that's what you heard. Okay. Last line. Blow. Now this is harsh. This is harsh. Now when you say blow, you mean the ding or the like that. I'm being ambivalent about this part, right? Blow their brains. Oh gosh, now I did it again. No, blow their brains out. Oh my gosh, you just tell them. Blow their brains back before them crimes. Now this is interesting because again, I have this affinity towards Rasta culture because I think they do stuff. So that's the way the Rastas would say them. You see? So and the Rastas would be harsh too. Rastas the only people that made a song about killing the Pope. I'm just saying it's a fact, right? So blow their brains back before them crimes. That's it. The poet Anthony, circa March, April. But this is done at the end of March, beginning of April. I like to put circa down. Why? Because I study a lot of back when you have something that says circa it means we don't know exactly when. I like that part. 2025. I want to thank Johnny and Virtual East and all you folks for listening. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We look forward to being published.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to